How's your weekend?
It was good.
It's good.
It was good. Quiet, but good.
Well, quiet can be good. Would you get great? Done? Would you get done? Would you get done great? Would you do great?
The yard. We're just trying to get it done so that we can have our cookout.
It's all about the cookout. And this year we're gonna have it,
We're
family.
gonna have it.
This year we didn't do
quite get it done
No,
last
we
year.
didn't. But we're gonna have.
What's that? What is it? That saying? Blame it on the
Blame it on the
heart
rain.
and not the mind, or blame it on the mind.
Yeah.
and not the
No. Blame it on the. I forgot.
But y'all
Don't
know.
blame it on. Don't blame it on the heart. That's it. That was. It was just it. It was only one part.
No, it's too far.
Dante Green said, "Sure you will." Dante knows you too well, June.
I know these prices of food have gone up.
Yeah, people gonna have to bring more than a paper bag.
I know, right? Gonna have to bring the food, the plate.
Yeah, the ants. Yeah, we ain't providing
But
nothing
you know
but
what?
the
People
grill.
may not come because of the gas prices. Because we all the way out in DC.
They say, baby, living that DC kind of life, family. But morning, yo, family. Hey, June. You know what? Today is a holiday in some places. Is it a holiday here in the U.S.? Are the banks open today?
I don't know, but it's
No.
not considered a holiday in the U.S.
Yeah, it's but
But
one of
100
them.
and something countries, it's considered Easter Monday.
Easter Monday, yeah. Oh, Dante, he finished his. It's not called a fast. I can't. My brain is not
Lent.
fully Lent. Yeah, so he can get some chocolate and desserts. Hey, Dante, we got to do the Golden Corral run then, man. We're gonna put a hurting on that place, you know. But Miss Smith, it is a bright, sunshiny filled morning.
It is. Your relationship with food is interesting.
Is
We're
it?
going to have to dissect
Is
that
it?
one day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's like food is a
Oh,
reward to
that's
you.
right.
It's just everything.
Logan doesn't have school today, so Dante gets to play daddy duty all day. Such a blessing.
It is
Such a blessing. Hey, family, we've got to introduce ourselves. Hey, I am Smitty Smith.
And I am June Smith, United Real Estate Richmond and Chessmate Realty Group.
And Smitty Landscaping Company. You know, family, you know, we talk a lot about our yard because we're living that. That's the life we're living. But you know what, family, when I really think about it, it really does imitate life. I don't know about your yard. If you don't have a yard, get a yard. But our yard, specific here in DC, it imitates life. It's so much work, but you start off with a big vision, and then you work towards that vision. And sometimes the vision ain't necessary, yet you still work towards it. You know, and I don't know if that makes any sense, June. Does that make sense, June?
It does.
It does. Okay, so simply put, I want it because I want it. You know, I mean, that's it. You know, and it really does. It really does imitate life. You know, we have to do this to do that. You have to fix your credit to buy a home. You have to fix your credit to buy a home to fire your landlord. You got to invest in yourself today so that you can get that return out tomorrow. But you got to pay your debts down. You got to stop using your credit cards. You got to do this to get to that.
And you're right. It's exactly the same with the yard. You got to do a lot of different things to get the grass that you want.
Yeah, you do. And it all just starts off with a vision. My neighbor has this grass family called zoysia grass. It's like a thick carpet. It really is. It's a thick carpet. And the best thing about the family is so thick that it blocks the weeds from growing. We don't have grass in our yards. We have more weeds than grass.
We do.
You know. But zoysia grass, it simply grows. It spreads by itself. It doesn't need a lot of care and attention. And it chokes out the weeds. It chokes out everything else. And you know what? You don't have to cut it that often.
But if we rewind to the beginning, even before you imitate life, let's say,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
start the life that you want,
Yeah.
if you're with a partner, you got to be on the same page.
You do. You got to be in agreement, lockstep, you know, most of the time, because not everybody's going to agree all the time.
But for
You know.
the fundamentals, you got to
Yeah,
agree. Like,
yeah.
you know, one person can't say, I want a 2-story house and the other wants a rancher. That ain't
No,
gonna
that's
work.
not going to work out. Because
then-
then you end up with a 3-story and everybody unhappy. Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
have, what else is it that you have? Because we've dealt with clients like that. They're
Yeah,
like,
sure.
You know, one partner wants a 2-story house. It's 2,000 square feet, and the other one's like, who's gonna clean it?
Yeah.
Type of thing.
And then
No,
yeah.
we're okay.
I'm not
We're
cutting that
around you.
grass. I'm not
Yeah.
cutting that grass. I can't keep that thing clean. Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, family, it all comes down to crazy faith. Crazy
Yeah.
faith. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Family, welcome to April 6th. 6 days in April, June. 6 days already in the record books. Gone. I feel like my first 5 days of April have been fruitful.
To be honest, I feel like it's been a blur.
A blur?
It's like, yeah, I can't believe it's April 6th.
Yeah, well, that too. That too. It goes by fast, especially when you're having fun.
And it's like, I'm getting these bills in the mail. It's like, I thought I already paid this. And
that
they're like, in
was
March.
last month. Yeah.
In March.
That was last month.
Let's not get it confused.
Yeah,
You
know
late
it, man.
If you wanted it.
This is April. After April comes May. Dante says the greatest month of the year, and it's moving fast. Why is it the greatest month of the year, Dante Green? I say May is the greatest month of the year, and y'all know why.
I'd say it's June.
No,
Y'all know why.
No, it's April.
It's June.
No, I mean it's May.
It's
By
June.
far, it's May.
The whole entire month of June is going to be special.
No.
And for people that don't know, of course, my birthday is June 1st. So I celebrate the whole entire month.
She
so
do.
gifts
She
and
do.
monetary gifts and,
Yeah.
chocolates, whatever.
We could use that to offset the cost of the barbecue.
That's true. And this year, I am going to be the grand old age of 50.
So we're telling lies and deceit. Lies and deceit early on April the 6th. The greatest month is May, and I spell May OBX. That's right, family.
Of course.
Of course I do. Okay. Oh, the Lord gifted the world my birth on April the 17th. Notice he said gifted, June. Gifted. See, we need to talk about a gift.
I love that too.
you know,
We are gifts.
is everything a gift?
Yes.
Is Dante Green a gift?
Yes, he is. 100%.
You know, that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Gift versus grift. Okay? Yeah, that's right. He does have a birthday coming up. Man, we got to have a party at your house, Dante.
And why don't we? Why don't
we
we
have a
talk-
party at Dante's
no.
house?
Why don't
I'm
we
in
talk
agreement.
about
We should.
gifts? Why don't we talk about gifts?
We
And that
can-
we are gifts.
We are gifts. We'll talk about gifts tomorrow because,
Okay.
But you know what, family? We got to be sure to just wish everybody a morning yo of crazy faith. Us crazy faith believers who are just doing a bunch of different things, But, we do a bunch of different things with a common goal. Would you agree with that, June?
Yes.
We're kind of doing that right now. Using our yard as an example, we're working over here. We got a pile of work here, a pile of work there, a big pile of leaves over here, branches over here. We kind of separate things out. And that's what I want to talk about today, family. I want to talk about when you have big goals, such as home ownership, buying a new car, buying a new truck, just anything in life, celebrating Dante Green's birthday, because that's a big deal, apparently. I didn't realize just how big a deal it is.
It's huge.
So I have to create a Dante Green pile of stuff. Excuse me. But family, the bigger the headache, the bigger the pill. And we always start off by organizing. Understanding what we have versus what we need to make sure we get to where we want to go. And again, June and I were talking about a yard. But family, it's anything. And it's also everything, June. June, the first thing I do when we start a project around the house is, and we do it differently. First thing I do is I clean up. I clean up the space I'm getting ready to mess up. I have no idea why.
Nor do I.
But what I do, I clean it, I organize it, and then I get to work because I'm starting from a slate. June, you do the same thing. When you go to the store, you buy a brand new canvas. And then you paint the foundation color, and then you actually paint the final project on top of that.
Yeah, but that's not cleaning up to mess it up.
Yeah, you bought it clean.
It's different.
It's not. It's the same
If y'all
difference.
can't tell, this is something we're getting ready to argue
It's
about.
the
because
same difference.
It makes no sense to
I would
me
love to for the
clean up to mess up.
No, I have to. I have to.
No.
I have to, and it's got to be organized so
See,
that
it
then
makes
I'm
double
starting.
work for me.
I'm starting from a great foundation. And then we'll do several little projects and then several big projects. Then everything will do what we word today is it all converges to a finished product. That's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the word convergence. And this word came to me yesterday, June, when we were working in the yard, dealing with them leaves, carrying them leaves up the hill. man, June, we do all this work and we look around. We got a azalea blooming over here. We got, I forgot the name of that plant blooming over here, and I don't know what the hell that is. It blooms over there. But June, we got a little bit of everywhere right now, right? Mm-hmm. But everything's not done. But we're getting a little bit done, if that makes any sense.
It does.
So everything ain't done, family. It's really not. So we get a boom over here, you get a little boom over here, get a little something over here, and I was saying, wow, you know what? I'm going in the house because I was just tired. But then I stay out there a little bit longer, and June is notorious for this. About the time I'm ready to go in the house, it's like June Smith is just clearing her throat, getting ready to just get started. I just want to do one additional hour. I'm like, okay, let's do 5 more minutes. She's like, nah, let's do another 5 hours. But it all serves the same purpose when it converges together and everything is done. And then we look back and we say, wow, it was worth it. The hustle is worth the hassle when you have a vision. Family, we simply need to have a vision of what's going to happen when everything converges together, when everything comes together for that purpose of several different purposes. June, and the hardest thing to do is to have a convergence as part of a convergence for a bigger convergence. I've got to complete this, and this has several steps. Mm-hmm. Then I take those several steps and I add it to my next several steps. Then I add all of that the first convergence, the second convergence, add it all together to start working on the third convergence. And it's easy to get lost in the sauce, family.
It is, yep.
Because there's a lot of moving parts when we have a lot of dreams, goals, drives, and determination. Mm-hmm. But we just got to keep that one single thought in mind for just that one piece. Like right now, June and I, we didn't have an exact agreement yesterday. That's the way of saying we had a disagreement. Mm-hmm. We use political terms, I'm wordsmithing you. We didn't have an exact agreement because we had a disagreement as to what we should do next.
Right.
June's ready to buy mulch, put mulch down. We need to do that. But my mindset is I'm getting rid of all these damn leaves because I'm tired of looking around seeing piles of work. So we had a divergent opinion on our convergent getting the yard done. Y'all see what I'm picking up?
But why? That's the key.
Yeah.
I'm ready to buy mulch because just like I cleared the banks, I wanted to do it now before it became snake season, before it got hot, before the spiders and all the bugs really, really started coming out. So this was a time to get it all done. Didn't matter how long it took. We had to get it done that way. I don't want to have to be in the water. And the same thing with the mulch. I don't have to be in between all the plants and the flowers, breaking off leaves, breaking off stems and things like that while I'm trying to get down in between the plants to spread mulch. And then also bugs, spiders, they're all hiding underneath their frogs.
and see, family.
Devil is in the details.
But see, I want to give my hostas time to come up out of the ground so that they can be easily identified, so that we do have to mulch around them and not step on them, because I know when I'm spreading mulch, I don't always pay attention to what I'm doing as I'm walking backwards.
So about that area.
But that's part of it, But also, family, for me, I'm like, why are we going to bring another pile of work in when we have piles of work here to finish again? So we had a diverging opinion to get something done. We got, Dante says, $2 bag sales ends tomorrow at Lowe's. We know.
See
so you
had to
bring that up. You just had to bring that up.
Exactly.
I can order a truckload of mulch and more. They dump it in the driveway, and then I just take it down as I need it.
But how much does it cost?
It's the same price.
No, it's not.
And I don't have to make.
We have to pay the delivery fee, Lord. And we don't get anything for that.
But I can go pick it up. It's right up the road. Betty White, man, you got to factor in gas. Gas to Lowe's at $6 a gallon. Good morning, Tracy McLean. How you doing?
And Tracy said yes, Junie. See?
No bugs, no snakes.
Thank you.
Tracy was in the yard over the weekend.
Yeah, but she's in agreement with me. Dante's in agreement. This is the time the sale's on. $2 a bag.
And we would have to make 3 trips to Lowe's, all right? An average of 20 minutes there, 15 minutes there, 15 minutes back. Or I can make one 10-minute drive right up the road and have them loaded in the Betty White a couple times. You got to factor in the time. See, family, again, we have a divergence of opinions on a goal that we're trying to reach convergence on.
And Dante, Tracy, and I are correct.
Oh, great. Great. Tracy's just really on your team. I got a Lowe's discount. Well, ain't nobody asked you about your damn discount. Shoot, man. People, but family. No matter the matter, though, family, you're not going to always have perfect agreement on your goals.
That's true.
You're never going to have perfect agreement on your goals when it's two or more of you working on those goals. And let me tell you, work goes a lot faster, a lot further when there are two or more of you.
Yeah.
But, then you get two different opinions, two different facts, two different viewpoints. But we're trying to take all of that, we're trying to converge upon one single point of let's agree on this one thing, June. Mm-hmm. We're doing the work now because we don't want to do the work when it gets hot.
100%.
We agree on that.
Yes.
So our goal is to have our massive yard done, which is a blessing, right?
Yeah.
But we want to get it done before it gets hot.
Yes.
So every day is critical. Mm-hmm. Every step is critical. And June, the more critical steps there are, the more chances of failure. When you really and truly think about it.
Yeah.
I want to buy a home, but I cannot use my credit card for lunch today. What does my credit card for lunch have to do with the house? In my mind, some people can easily convince themselves it's just lunch. But it's not just lunch, family. It's just you straying away from your goal.
It is $10, $15, $20 here.
Yeah.
Because lunch is not cheap.
No,
lunch is 10, and that's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't read for
$10.
You can get a number 7 at McDonald's for $10, but should you? And Trace says my viewpoint is let's do it. Let's do it. But what is it, Tracy? What are you going to do? I'm saying you clean up.
Yeah.
And then you fix up.
And then I guess that's another point. How does it feel like it seemed that Dante, Tracy, and myself were not in agreement with you? How does it feel when people are not in agreement with what your goals are?
Oh, I Donald Trump that shit. Straight up. What? Who? Y'all's opinion don't matter. I'm the king.
But sometimes the people that you care about, and I'm sure you care about all of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So, what do you think? How does that work when you're trying to buy a house? When you share with people, "Hey, I'm trying to buy a house," and you've got family members saying,
"Oh man, that's the worst."
Why do you want to do that, boy?
That's the worst.
Why don't you just?
That's the worst.
Stay where you are. You're good.
Hey, June would always say, "You got a great goal, got a big goal. Shut up." Unless they're actually going to do the work with you, there's no need in sharing it with them. I'm going to say that again, family. Unless they're going to help you do the work, then you don't need to tell them about it. Because, see, again, with opinions come opinions.
Yeah.
With opinions come diversions, and diversions don't lead to convergences. It goes the opposite way.
And then with opinions also come attitudes. It's like,
oh my God,
you
man.
asked for my opinion, you're going to take it?
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing what I said?
I'll be more than happy to accept everyone's opinion written on the back of a $10 bill. All right? If you really have an opinion, wrap your opinion in some money.
Whoa.
And you know what, June? And then I don't want your money sometimes.
That's true. Because it's a circle, right? When
it is.
When you give money, comes your opinion. And we actually had that a couple of weeks ago where they were being gifted some money.
Yeah.
And it came with an opinion.
Man,
we don't like this house.
It's like, but I'm an adult. Okay, adult away on your own dime. Trey Mack says, if they ain't putting in, they don't have a say. And I agree with you, Tracy, unless I invite them in. Because as June and I have said many, many times, everybody is allowed to encourage me.
Yeah.
But only folks I invite in are allowed to advise me.
And I'm going to actually say something else, Tracy. Even if you're putting in money, you ain't going to do it. Like, either give me the money and not say anything, or don't give it to me at all and I'll figure it out.
That's what I say. At some point, you get to a point where you really don't want the money.
Exactly.
Because the money can sometimes pull you further away from where you want to go.
Yeah.
Because not everybody understands your mission. They understand you want to get something done, but they don't necessarily understand what the mission is or why you want to get that done. Hell, I'll be honest. You might not even understand why you want to get it done, but you just know you need to get it done. We call that thing life, family.
Yeah.
Life can be confusing. Life can be frustrating. Life is great. It's the best train smoking down the tracks. But family, it can be tough. Trey Mack, I'm going to pick on Trey Mack for a minute. That girl wants to finish her yard, June. Does you see the size of her yard? Man, she's taking the same drug we taking. You know, but we got that vision, family.
But you know what? I know that she can do it because she's.
But she's a girl. She's a girl.
What people have said was she's beating the odds, right?
Yeah.
You ever heard that term?
Yeah.
She's beating the odds because most people say, you know, she can't do this. She can't buy a house. She can't do this. She's done it. She's done a lot.
Yeah. Convergence, family. A lot of different things converging to one single point. And that one single point can just be a part of bigger several other points. And family, you know what? When I do it that way, I feel good. I feel better. So basically, I'm going back to my old saying, June, the best way to eat an elephant is what?
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time. So for me, family, I want to get up all the old work.
But I don't eat elephant, just to be clear. No.
You're morally opposed to the oppression of elephant.
elephant.
Just the other day, I bought some elephant steaks in the house, and you know, family. But our goal is, honestly and truthfully, to invite folks over for a crazy faith barbecue. That's the point. That's the end point.
Yeah.
Right. That's the end point. So we want to get all the work done so that we can invite folks over one evening for a crazy faith barbecue, right?
Because we didn't get our yard done in time
last
year.
No, we didn't. And to be honest, it just got too hot.
Yeah.
Where it just wasn't healthy to be out there. You know, but this year, you know.
Tastes like chicken.
So I think you better not know what elephant tastes like. What's the phone number to Peter? You know, but family, we gonna have the Crazy Faith Cookout here in DC, baby.
We will.
You know, and to make that happen, we're going to get the stuff done that we need to get done up front.
And it's cool because, you know, in the beginning we said that, like, I think, when did we say it? I don't know what month it was, but it was late in the month, and we're like, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it, and we didn't end up doing it. But that's how life is sometimes.
Yes.
It's like you have such best intentions, you put it out here, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna get it done, and life just be life. But that doesn't mean that you have to give up your goal.
Don't give up. It didn't happen in 2025, but there's no reason why we can't plan for it to happen in 2026.
And we're on track. We're on track to getting it done.
Yeah. So I'm gonna order some elephant steaks for Dante. So again, family, word of the day is convergence. It's where all my work, all my dream, all my efforts, they come to a single point, a single conclusion, which must be a part of a bigger conclusion. All right. I'm going to pay my bills on time. I'm going to stop creating credit card debt. I'm not going to co-sign. I'm not going to lend out money. I'm not going to get booed up at tax time, all right? I'm making these decisions so that all of this works together to get me to a point, to lift me up just one step. And then once I get that one step, June, I'm looking around. I take inventory. I give myself credit for what I've done. I celebrate myself. And family, that's a critical part of convergence. Taking the time to celebrate yourself.
Yes.
You know, but we celebrate ourselves in a way that doesn't knock us back down the steps.
No.
All right. See, when I celebrate myself, I'm start thinking a new car. Right. I dream big. I dream big, but I'm always scared to pull the trigger on the big stuff. Scared. All right. Y'all know grammar don't matter. I make up my own words here. But you know, June. So what are some of the ways that we can celebrate ourselves that don't take us further back? And we'll talk about that on Friday. Celebrations.
Okay.
Small celebrations. Dante, Trey Mack, and everyone else. Just think of something like this. How can you celebrate personal success in a way that doesn't set you back in progress? Because, see, I'm always about protecting my progress.
I would say celebrating.
No, don't give it away, June. Okay.
I want to give an idea. Celebrating yourself by having someone else pay for it.
What? I'm not doing it. No, no. See, then you get me. No, we're talking about it on Friday. So, what are the ways you can celebrate? But that is a way how it is to celebrate your successes in life, to celebrate the convergences that happen in a positive way that you plan for. Because, see, negative things can converge too. June, you ever have a bad day where everything feels like it's going wrong?
I ain't claiming it.
No, not claiming it, but it's life, right? Because we're talking about life be lifing.
It is.
You know,
yeah.
it's like this goes wrong, this goes wrong, this goes wrong, right? And sometimes they're unrelated, but what do? We converge them together to everything.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not everything. It's 3 things. It's 4 things. It's not everything.
I just go to bed.
That's one way.
I'm going to bed.
Tracy Mack says, celebrate yourself after 7 o'clock at night with your husband. See, Trey Mack, we're not going to be in agreement today.
There you go.
Trey Mack, you and I, we have a definite
Someone else paid for
divergence
it.
today. You know, Trey Mack, you and I, we're not going to have a convergence of thought today. We're having a divergence of thought today. But we'll talk about this on Friday, fam. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we're going to talk about, is it a gift or a grift? And then on Friday, we're going to talk about
A gift or a grift?
Gift or a grift.
What's a grift?
Grift is a ripoff.
Okay.
Okay, it's a subtle ripoff. It comes to you with a promise, but it don't deliver. Okay? And it actually takes away from you.
Yeah.
So Wednesday, we're talking gift or grift.
Like 10% off at the store.
Are my favorite grift, the more you spend, the more you save. What? Oh, I almost said what I wanted to say. What? So you're telling me to spend more money so I can save more money?
Exactly.
Really? Is that a gift or is that a grift? You know? We'll talk about that on Wednesday. All right, family. So again, but today is convergence. Good things converge and bad things converge. But it's never everything. All right, family? Hey, look here, June.
I have a question.
Sure.
Maybe we can do this on Thursday or even Tuesday, right? When is enough enough?
Enough what?
Enough of whatever. Like I went into my closet over the last couple of days because it's been getting hot. I got this big pile of, and I've been putting it off, winter clothes. I'm like, I gotta put this away. And I was like, do I have enough clothes? So that's where I came from. Do I have enough stuff? You know, at the age that I am now, I've got so many clothes and so many shoes that I don't even wear. So when is it enough of whatever? Enough for you, when is it enough tools?
Yeah. Well, you know, you never have enough tools.
For some people, when is it enough cars?
Yeah.
Because we know some people that got like 6, 7 cars, and there's only 2 of them in that, 2 of them in the house. Do you really need that many cars?
Yeah. Here's one, June. How many speakers do you need? You know? And in Dante's world, and I agree with you, you need as many as you can fit in a room because it is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it's awesome sauce, you know? So, family, you know, it comes down to, it's not too much until you have enough to achieve your goal. Then once you've achieved your goal, then you're flirting with maybe too much. But until then, you know, it's just enough. It's just enough to give you the full immersive experience. You know, when we go to Green Cinemas, you know, family, this is in this man's home. I mean, y'all gotta feel. Trust me, you'll feel the music. But he in his home, Dante Green has crafted, and notice I said the word crafted, Green Cinemas. And you go there, a massive TV screen, not a speckle of static. And trust me, I look. I'm always, I'm telling you, man, you let me see one thing that ain't right. I saw some static. Man, I'm going to grab my marker and I'm going to put a giant circle on the screen. It was right here, and I'm going to date it and sign my initials, you know. But he crafted a vision, you know, and he's still crafting that vision to get it exactly the way that he wants. And some folks just aren't going to understand.
But that's not
they don't
overkill.
have to.
But that's not overkill, though.
No, it's not.
20 speakers and 10 TVs or anything like that, you know? It's just... It's what's needed for the room that he has.
But you know what, June? It's the convergence. He had to have the room. He had the vision.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
But then he needed several other things to converge together to get to where he is.
That's true.
You know? And Tracy said, oh, that's what Tracy had already said. Okay. So, you know, family, it's really awesome and it's really cool when a plan comes together. That's what they used to say on Mr. T. I love when the plan comes together, and so do I. when a plan converges, when my efforts, my dreams, my financial investment, my time investment, my me investment, my family investment, when it all converges into home ownership. Because you have family, we're real estate agents, and helping folks go home in 2026 is what we do. So be sure to attend one of our Grits and Grants webinars. We have one coming up tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
6 or 7. And just visit our website, smittysmith.com. Again, smittysmith.com. Register to 100% free, but 110% serious. All right? Because, again, we want to encourage, to educate, and to empower regular, everyday folks home, just like you. So the question is, who's next? June, you have any final words for us as we let these folks go, as we get ready to delve into our next webinar, which we're always late
You
for?
have given me a
Oh,
lot
my
of
God.
food for thought for this week.
Hey, June, we got to go, gadget, go. We're 1 minute late into our next meeting. Hey, family, thanks for joining in. Remember, it all works for good when we have a plan.
Yes.
All right, and part of that plan is understanding that not everything works out exactly the way we want it to. But we stay on course, we stay on target.
And you're not always going to be in agreement with people that you love and care about.
No, you're
But as
not.
long as this is what you want.
Yeah. Hey, family, we got to go, gadget, go.